Hey guys, Utah Steve back for another adventure video. Not an overnight adventure. I have about 2.5 hours till I have to pick my kids up. They're at their mom's right now. So I figured I'd do a quick hike right here at the top of my neighborhood. This is the 22nd Street trailhead, and it goes up a little trail into Ogden Canyon on the Indian Trail, and it also is the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, and it also goes to what's called the Hidden Valley Trail. I don't know how far I'll get on the Hidden Valley Trail, but that's my destination. It's one of my son Murphy's favorite hikes. He loves to go up the Hidden Valley Trail, so a neighbor of mine also recommended it. I've gone about halfway up it before and run out of time, and for some reason, whenever I try this trail, I don't have a lot of time. But I'm hoping to knock it out this time and see what's up there. Make some serious headway. I figure if I do about an hour of hiking, I'll make it up there easy. We can rest. We're going to have some dinner up there. It's about 4:30 p.m. By the time we get up there, it'll be time for dinner. And then I have to hoof it back to the car and go get my kids. And I have to work tonight. So anyway, it beats not getting out at all. I've been itching to go for even a hike. And so here's my chance. Hey, check it out. Check out the new swag. Utah Steve Outdoors on my fat gut. This is a prototype. It was made by a good friend of mine who owns a t-shirt company called Koala Sports and Tees. And she offered to do it for free. So she made me one. She made Dylan and Jude one. She made my older boys one. Very generous and sweet of her. This may become a thing if people are interested. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. And I can look into what it would take to get an actual merchandise line. I don't have that many subscribers, but hey, you know, just trying to share the love. It's not an egotistical thing, it's just good advertising. Anyway, here's my pack. I got the Ozark Trail Walmart special stuffed with all kinds of goodness. It's not really as heavy as it looks. It's actually got a big jacket stuffed in there, a puffer coat that's not in a stuff sack, and I've got my water bladder in there, so there are things in there taking up space, but they're not heavy. Anyway, it is now 4:18 p.m., so I'm actually a little further along than I thought I'd be. I just downed half a king-size Snickers and half a Mountain Dew to give me a good boost to get going on the trail. The rest of the food, I have no idea what I have with me because I grabbed an MRE on my way out the door, and whatever's in there is in there. Mountain Dew, the nectar of the gods. Alright, so there's a plug for the Mountain Dew people because, you know, we wouldn't want them to go out of business or anything. Alright guys, let's get on the trail. Alright. Feels good to be moving. I've been cooped up in the house too much lately. There you go, 22nd Street trailhead. I have raccoons in my yard all the time. Somebody left their buff behind. It's a pretty cool buff. It's cotton though. Feels like cotton. Anyway, here you go. Here's the usual signage. No open flames, fires, or fireworks east of Harrison Boulevard. Alright, we want the Indian Trail. As you can see, Hidden Valley Trail, Coldwater Canyon. Now the last time I hiked this, I totally blew past Hidden Valley Trail and ended up in the canyon where the Indian Trail is. The thing is, the trail is very subtle. It's not marked. If you don't know what you're looking for, you will miss it. And so what I did is what a lot of people do. Walk right by it without noticing. You'll see what I mean when we get there. It's been a couple of years since I've done this, but when I did it last time, I didn't live here. I actually live literally in that neighborhood right there. So this is pretty much my backyard. All this incredible scenery. Another sign telling you which way to go back down. And I believe we're continuing this way. All right, here we are, Bonneville Shoreline Trail to Indian Trail, Hidden Valley Trail, Coldwater Canyon. Up this way. That tree looks like a giant thing of broccoli. It's actually pretty impressive. Now apparently the trail starts out dry like this and open. According to my neighbor, it becomes quite scenic and forested. Indian Trail this away. A little more signage. Bonneville Shoreline Trail, not the way we want to go. That way. We want to go this way. Up here. This is pretty cool. Dogs get hot, leave a drink. Take a drink, leave a drink. A chained water bowl that's actually pretty empty right now. So maybe as I'm hiking down, if I still have water, I'll empty it into that bowl. Depends on how much water I have left. I have 3 liters with me, which is fine. And it's only about 70 degrees today. First day of autumn, year of our Lord, 2019. And absolutely beautiful. Some of the leaves are already turning orange. But it feels warmer than it is because I'm in direct sunlight and I'm really hoofing it in the interest of time. So I'm going to be out of breath a lot in this video. Ah, boy. We're getting close to where the Hidden Valley Trail is. Should be just up this hill here a little ways. Just a little over a week ago, my boys and I stopped at the side of the road in Ogden Canyon. Got a close-up of that waterfall. I'll throw a clip in here of it if you're interested.
Attempt to remain eternal. The thirst for happiness is a red herring. A little while later there was silence and the land became a vast masterpiece of vanishing plagiarism. The computer cannot replace the human soul because it cannot feel love or hate. The lifespan of memory is hereditary from the side of the father, but is the fault of the mother. When I die, my stone will rest beside my wife in a halo of redemption from chaos and grief. Intelligence is not found in the grave. It continues like the lily veil across her face in the starry heavens of the vast universe. Kids pretend to be angry with their parents until they become the actors they portray. I won't listen to your bubblegum pop songs, but I will watch you sell your sex to me because you can't sing or create. The dream is ending. The hour is at hand. Armies march upon me as I helplessly search for a refuge from your war against me. Stop the world now. I want to get myself off.
But it looks pretty small and insignificant from up here. Everything kind of does. Pretty amazing. And today is just beautiful. The sun has about I don't know, 2 hours till it sets. That's Ogden down there. Good old O-Town. And we're almost to the trail turn off. You will be surprised how subtle this is. There's a reason it's called Hidden Valley. Okay, we took a breather here on this rock in the shade. There's not much shade to be had, so I took advantage of it. I've been hiking for 20 minutes, and we're all the way up here already. So it's a very steep, rugged climb. The Hidden Valley Trail is marked as hard on all trails on the app. So this is not a fly-by-night trail, a casual stroll. You have to really want to do it. I really do. I think I've caught my breath. Onward and upward. So we've hooked it up here. The trail continues on to the Indian. This becomes the Indian Trail. As soon as you round that bend, it turns into pine trees and it's beautiful. And here's the Hidden Valley Trail right here. No marker. I even checked my GPS and it shows that where I am is where the trailhead is. So this is literally the Hidden Valley Trail right here. You can see how I came by here and just passed it right by, kept going that way. I went all the way into the trees, into the pine trees over there last time I did this, but this time I'm a lot wiser. Get to the top of these rocks and there's the actual trail. You would not even know it was here. Just looks like a drop off even right there. Pretty crazy, huh? Let's get moving. You can see here, autumn has arrived on this oak, I believe, scrub oak. Beautiful. Boy, I'll tell you, you really learn to appreciate shade on a hike like this. It's just the right stretch of trees with the sun on the other side. Oh, this is a relief. It is hot out here. Should I say my body temperature is up. Whew. Gotta keep hydrated. It's not a hot day. But look at this. It opens up. Back into the wide open. The shade back there. But at least this is level. Okay, we just came up that. Not very rocky, but very steep. There's O-Town down there. Here's where we're headed. Up and up and up. This is quite a workout. So I've taken a little respite here on the trail in a beautiful shady area. I've been hiking for about 50 minutes. I told myself, because I have to pick my boys up at 7, I started at 4:20 p.m. I told myself I'd hike for an hour. If I didn't make it, I'd just try for another time. That would be my 3rd attempt. Attempt number 2 isn't looking too promising because right now it's about 5:05. So I have about 15 more minutes of hiking. You can hear my throat is getting dry. I've had to sit down and hydrate, cool off, cool my shiny bald head off. It's not too bald. Yeah, it's pretty bald. Anyway, I need to cool down and hydrate for a minute. That's more important than reaching my destination, because I want at least a half hour to 40 minutes to be able to sit and eat my dinner and then have enough time to hike back to the car. So I'm trying to time this right. And because of I've stopped very little. I've been going at a steady pace. My neighbor said, oh, it's like 30 minutes to get up there. I don't know what trail he took, but it wasn't this one, because I've been going strong and steady. I've lost a lot of weight, so I don't get nearly as fatigued as I used to. And I've stopped maybe for 2-3 minutes at a time, just to cool down, let my heart rate come down, and then go again. And I've been going, 45 minutes already, and I'm not at the end. So I don't know where he got his 30 minutes from, but God bless him if he did it in 30 minutes. Anyway, that's where I'm at, and my battery's about half empty. I forgot to charge my camera before I left. So I better shut up and only film what I have to film, or half of this is going to be on GoPro with really crappy sound, just like my last hiking video was. I want to be able to sit still and enjoy nature. I brought a hammock in case I found some trees to throw it up in, and I don't know, these are all oak and they're all really close together. I don't know, I think last time I came up here I did throw the hammock up in a tree, a couple of oaks, but I had to get creative with where I hung it. And that may be the case today, but hey, you don't mind coming along on another hike, do you? It doesn't bother you. You're still watching right now. I appreciate it, and I'll try to make it worth your while. Let's see how far we get in the next 15 minutes. This really is quite beautiful through here. Nice and green and thick and shady. It's supposed to turn into pine trees somewhere along the way. This shade is a wonderful relief. I had to film it. This is beautiful. There's cool air drifting over my body right now. Slow down, take my time. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's life, right? You got to get through the hot, dry patches before you get to the cool, shady places. Sometimes that trail is rocky and difficult, and sometimes it's flat and level and shady and beautiful. But you have to fight to get there. That's from a falcon, a hawk, something like that. Beautiful. There's another one over here. That's nice. Okay, so here we are with this beautiful view. Came from that way. See, we don't really leave the Ogden area at all. We just kind of zigzag through all of this and stay right in the foothills. So, my house, let's see, 22nd, 23rd. I don't know. I think my house is down that road somewhere, which is a nice hilly street right before you get to the mountains. I can't really tell. I'm still not completely familiar with the area, but the houses are numbered, and I recognize that elementary school. And that elementary school. I know the landmarks, I just don't exactly know which street I'm looking at. Anyway, look at that. I'm getting caught up in that when I've got all of this. I'm sorry the sun's in the way, but that is west towards the Great Salt Lake, California, Nevada. The sun's coming down that way, in case you're not familiar with the area. And that's east, so no problems with the sun. This is beautiful, and I would sit here and have my MRE, but A, there's no shade, and B, I'm really looking forward to throwing this hammock up and relaxing. Now, the last time I was up here, this just came back to me. This trail here goes up there and turns, and I threw the hammock up in those trees. It's been probably 2 or 3 years since then. It is now it's 5:19. I've been hiking for 1 hour. I have roughly an hour and a half until I have to be in my car headed back to my ex-wife's house. About a 10-minute drive from here. So, not to repeat history, but I'm gonna go up here, cut down here probably, like I did last time, throw my hammock up, and we'll have dinner. Whew. We still have a ways to go to Hidden Valley. I know we do. Where are we gonna go? Where's a good spot for the hammock? Oh my. I took another break here in a sort of a shady spot. And up this way, I don't think there's a lot of hope. I think I'm gonna walk a little ways to the end here and see if what I remember hanging my hammock up in is still there. Because it wasn't down there where I remembered it. It's just been too long. If there's nothing up there, then we're gonna head back to a shady spot and have our MRE. Just too far away to make it back in time if I go much further. Here's our spectacular view from the east bench of Ogden. And that's the trail I'm going to go peek around the corner at. Okay, I know where I am now. And that just goes on and on. Further up into the trees. There's nowhere to hang anything right here. So I think what I saw back here was, in fact, where I hung my hammock a couple years ago. The problem is we had a really heavy winter. And so because of all the snow and rain, we're basically looking at a lot of growth with the plant life. And so where I hung my tree before, I'm losing my marbles. Where I hung my tree, I brought a tree up here and I hung it. It was a giant redwood. Anyway, where I hung my hammock before is just overgrown. I may have to get creative here. Here's that little overlook we were just at. Give you an idea of where we've come. That's where I was standing just a few minutes ago. Anyway, let's head back down there. It's dinner time. And what an amazing view. I'm not complaining because I didn't make it, but I need to start this in the morning when it's cool and the sun is behind those mountains. And just make a whole day of it, really. not just a 2-3 hour quick hike. The good news is 90% of this trail is going to be downhill all the way back to the car. And a good portion of this part is fairly shady. Okay, my friends, I found the spot where I had my hammock, and it is very thick with oak, scrub oak, and some sagebrush. It's not like it was, which is good. The vegetation is fantastic. So, instead of hiking down into the shade, I can't pass up having dinner on these rocks. Now there's a shady spot right here. I may actually eat there, but then still be able to come up here and enjoy the view. I wish you could really appreciate it. It's so hazy. But look at this view. We'll climb to that pinnacle in a minute, but first let's get down in the shade and have some dinner. And be wary of two things. One, these guys don't want to accidentally sit right there. And two, rattlesnakes. It is evening, it's starting to cool off. I've seen a ton of lizards. No snakes yet, but I want to look in these crevices and make sure I don't surprise one. That's all I'd need, to be up here by myself and have a rattlesnake bite me. I've seen them several times. Oh, look at my view, look at my surroundings. There are worse places to have dinner. Boy, it feels good to have that off. Thanks again, Wendy, for the shirt. Fantastic. You know, when I was in my punk band several years ago, she also made my band t-shirts. You want to know what the name of my punk band was? This is pretty funny. Chipmunks Go Punk. Not to be confused with The Chipmunks Go Punk, which was an album that the Chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore put out. We predated that. We used to record our songs, heavy, loud, and fast. Just insane songs. 350 songs we recorded in 7 years. That's no lie. And we would record them in the beginning of our band, and then we would play them back at high speed, and it sounded like chipmunks gone punk. So we came up with the name Chipmunks Go Punk. So we used that name for years, and it just never caught on, go figure. But we eventually evolved into more of a serious group, and came up with some really good stuff. My late wife was the keyboardist and drum machine programmer. A good friend of mine, Eric Karchner, was our bass player. Sometimes he played the cello. Incredibly talented guy. He could pick up a keyboard and just figure it out. I've always been a guitarist at heart. That's all I've ever been. I've dinked around with the bass, but guitar is my thing, and songwriting is my thing. So not even lead guitar, just writing songs. So most of the time I would write the song, and then Eric would throw in a lot of fantastic instrumentation, and my late wife Laura would provide the keyboards, some backing vocals. She had a beautiful voice. She was an alto and quite an accomplished singer back in high school and beyond. Okay, enough of my talk about nothing. Let's tear into the MRE. MRE, meal number 21. Tuna, chunk light, water-packed, lemon pepper. That's all right here. Okay, battery's low, so here we go. Nasty ass cheese spread. Why not peanut butter? Because someone up there hates me. I don't know. I hate this stuff. That's going home to my kids. They like it. Look at this little tuna fish pouch. It's actually camo. It says outdoors pouch. That is cool. I buy these at the store all the time. The tuna fish to eat my lunch at work. I've never seen a camo one. Baked snack crackers, hot and spicy cheddar flavor. Looking forward to that. This is a lemon lime flavored powdered drink mix. I do not have a cup with me. and it did not come with a bag to mix those in, so I won't be drinking any of the powdered drink mix. There's another lemonade pouch in here, along with some gum, a towelette, some salt, and some toilet paper. And then it came with tortillas and mayonnaise for the tuna. So basically tuna sandwiches and crackers for dinner, and a whole bunch of water to drink. It's good enough for me. I wish I'd brought a cup though. That beverage powder sounds thirst quenching. Oh, and dessert, applesauce cake. So there we go. I'm gonna give the camera a rest. Maybe give you a peek each time I eat one of these menu items because I do not have a charger with me. Okay, this fat-free mayo looks an awful lot like that paste you used to eat in elementary school. No? Just me? Okay, so there's my tuna sandwich. I'm gonna roll this up, give it a taste test. So, it's really good. But I'm not gonna lie, the lemon pepper flavor tastes a lot like Fruity Pebbles. That looks a bit obscene, but yeah. It's not bad. It's dripping all over the place. Okay, as far as the baked snack crackers go, you're looking at Cheez-Its. That's what that is. I immediately could taste the jalapeno in it. Those are good. And they are spicy. I like them spicy. Because I really am interested in this dessert. Sorry, I forget where the sun is. Let's try the applesauce cake. So there it is. Just looks like the top of a muffin. Oh, that smells amazing. It smells like Christmas. Thanksgiving. Apple, cinnamon, not quite pumpkin, but just about. It's really good. It's basically a coffee cake. Quite pleased with this. I keep doing it, don't I? There you go. There's the view. I keep forgetting where the sun is when I'm filming. This is awesome. So here's my best guess. Our trail is right up here, and it kind of zigzags up into these scrub oak and maple. And according to my neighbor, it turns into some beautiful pine trees. Right in there is the only vein of pine trees I can see. That has to be the area where you can camp, where everybody likes to go. Can't have fires up there, but that's not such a big deal to me. I don't always have to have a fire, so I do want to do an overnighter up there. I'm pretty sure that's it, because everywhere else I look, it's all scrub oak and maple. It's the only pocket, so I think it continues on and comes back this way and ends up in those trees somehow. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you may know this trail really well. There's our waterfall way down there. Well, my friends, that was dinner. I'm all cleaned up. Have all my garbage in my pack. Nothing's left behind. I'm gonna climb out here on the edge and check out the views. I'm gonna dig the GoPro out for this last segment. Thank you for joining me for another video. I'm Utah Steve. Says so on my shirt. That way I can look down and remember who I am. Do yourself a favor. Get off the couch, get outside, and have some fun. Life's too short not to. And the views are amazing. Thanks for joining me, guys. We'll see you in the next video.